May I start with a question? What if everything you've learned over the last 40 years, all those lessons from work, family life, solving problems, making mistakes and learning from them, could become a published ebook? Not next year, not when you become good with computers, but this week. Now, I know that might sound a little far-fetched, especially if you've never written a book before. But here's the good news. You don't have to start with a blank page anymore. Today we have AI to help us. It won't replace your knowledge, it won't replace your experience. What it will do is help you organise your thoughts, speed up the writing process, and take away much of the hard work. If, like me, you're over 60, I'm 70 years old, you've probably forgotten more than many people have ever learned. So today I'm going to show you step by step how you can turn 40 years of life experience into an ebook that people genuinely want to read and perhaps even buy. So grab yourself a nice cup of tea or coffee, make yourself comfortable, and let's get started. Your experience is worth far more than you think. One thing I've noticed over the past year is that many people think AI is where all the value comes from. It isn't. The value comes from you. AI is simply the assistant. Think about it this way. Imagine a young person in their 20s trying to write a book about dealing with difficult customers, managing staff, bringing up children, budgeting through hard times, or repairing things around the house. They can research those objects, but they haven't lived them. You have. You've experienced the successes, the disappointments, the mistakes, and the solutions. That's something AI can never replace. It simply helps you package that experience into something other people can learn from. Before we carry on, if you're finding these videos helpful, I'd love to invite you to subscribe to this channel. Every week I create simple step-by-step videos showing how beginners and especially seniors can use ChatGPT and other AI tools to create digital products, earn a little income, and build new skills without feeling overwhelmed by technology. If that sounds useful to you, simply click the subscribe button and you'll be notified whenever I upload a new video. Right then, so let's carry on. Choosing the right topic. 40 years gives us rather a lot to choose from. So where do we begin? Here's a very simple question. What do people regularly ask you for help with? Not necessarily what you were employed to do, but what people came to you for advice about. Perhaps you worked in sales. Maybe people always ask you how to deal with awkward customers. Perhaps you worked in an office. Maybe you became the person everyone turned to when they couldn't solve a problem. Perhaps you raised a family on a tight budget. Friends might still ask how you managed it. Those questions are clues. They're pointing you towards your ebook. When you've thought of a few ideas, open ChatGPT and type something like, I worked as a sales representative for 40 years. Please suggest 5 ebook ideas that would help beginners based on my experience. Within seconds, you'll have several ideas. Now, don't automatically choose the broadest one. In my experience, the more specific the topic, the easier it is to write and the more useful it can become to the reader. The 5 simple steps. Once you've chosen your topic, the rest is actually quite straightforward. I like to think of it as 5 simple steps. Step 1, create an outline. Step 2, write the chapters. Step 3, polish the writing. Step 4, design the cover. Step 5, publish it. That's it. Let's look at each one. Step 1, create your outline. This is where AI saves you an enormous amount of time. Instead of sitting for hours wondering what each chapter should contain, simply ask ChatGPT to create an outline. For example, please create a 10-chapter outline for an ebook that teaches retired people how to budget their money. Within a minute, you'll have a complete structure. Now, here's something I always recommend. Don't simply accept everything AI produces. Read through it carefully. Move chapters around. Delete anything you don't like. Add your own ideas. Remember, it's your book. AI is helping, not taking over. Step 2, write using your own stories. This is probably the most important tip I'll share today. Don't ask AI to write your life story. Tell your own stories first. One prompt I really like is this one. Please ask me 5 questions about this chapter so you can help me write it in my own words. Then simply answer the questions. Imagine you're talking to a friend over a cup of tea. Those answers become your chapter. They're real, they're genuine, and that's exactly what readers enjoy. Don't let technology put you off. Now, I know some of you may be thinking, Mike, this all sounds very clever, but I'm hopeless with technology. Well, can I reassure you? You really don't need to be technical. If you can type a message, if you can send an email, or search for something on Google, you already have the skills needed. Using ChatGPT is simply like having a conversation. You ask a question, it answers. Nothing more complicated than that. Honestly, once you've used it for a few days, you wonder why you were worried in the first place. I know I did. Polishing your writing. Once you've written your chapter in your own words, it's time to tidy it up. This is another job AI does very well. I usually ask something like this. Please improve the grammar and make this easier to read, but keep it sounding friendly and conversational. Notice those last words. Keep it sounding friendly. That's very important. You don't want AI turning your writing into something that sounds like a university textbook. People buy from people, they don't buy from robots. So always keep your personality in the finished ebook. Designing your ebook cover. Now let's talk about the cover. Many people think this requires expensive software. It really doesn't. I use Canva. Simply search for ebook cover, choose a design you like, change the title, add your name. If you want a unique background image, Canva's Magic Media can even create one for you from a simple description. You don't need to be an artist, you just need to know what you want your ebook to look like. Honestly, you'll probably surprise yourself. Publishing your ebook. Finally, it's time to let the world see your work. One popular option is Amazon Kindle Direct Publishing. It's free to publish and your ebook can potentially be seen by millions of readers. Another option is selling directly from your own website if you have one, or through platforms such as Payhip or Gumroad. Personally, I like having more than one option. You don't have to become rich overnight. Even selling a few copies each month is proof that your knowledge has value. And once you've created one ebook, creating a second one becomes much easier. Question of the day. I'd love to hear from you. If you're going to write your first ebook, what would it be about? Just write the topic in the comments below. Don't worry if it isn't perfect. I would really love to hear from you and I always respond to my comments. Simply writing it down is often the first step towards making it happen. And finally, well, I hope this video has shown you something very important. Your greatest asset isn't AI. It's the 40 years of knowledge you've built up throughout your life. AI simply helps you organize it. Write it and share it with people who can benefit from your experience. If you've enjoyed today's video and found it helpful, I'd really appreciate it if you could give it a thumbs up. And if you're new to the channel, please do consider subscribing. It would help me greatly. I've got plenty more videos coming, all designed to help seniors use AI with confidence and perhaps even create a little extra income along the way. Thank you so much for watching. Take care of yourselves and bye for now.